Welcome. Before anything else, stop. Make the sign of the cross, slowly. We continue the Imitation of Christ by Thomas A. Kempis. Book 1, Chapter 3, on the doctrine of truth. Today, Kempis teaches us the difference between knowing much and being taught by truth itself, which is God. Breathe deeply. Let us read and meditate together. Blessed is the one whom truth itself teaches, not by figures and passing words, but as it is in itself. Our own opinion and our own perception often deceive us and see but little. What good is it to argue subtly about hidden things, whose ignorance will not be charged against us at the judgment? It is great folly to neglect what is useful and necessary to us, and to busy ourselves with what is curious and even harmful. We have eyes and do not see. What does it matter to us to dispute about genera and species? He to whom the eternal word speaks is set free from many opinions. From one word proceed all things, and all things proclaim one, who is the beginning and who also speaks to us. No one, without him, understands or judges rightly. He for whom all things are the one, and who reduces all to the one and sees all in the one, can remain steadfast in heart and rest in peace in God. O truth, O my God, make me one with you in perpetual charity. It wearies me often to read and hear so many things. In you is all that I want and desire. Let all teachers be silent. Let all creatures be still before you. Speak to me, you alone. The more one is united within himself and simple of heart, the more and higher things he understands without effort, because he receives from on high the light of understanding. The pure, simple, and steadfast spirit is not scattered amid the multitude of occupations, because it does all things for the honor of God and seeks within itself to be free from all self-seeking. Who hinders and troubles you more than the unmortified affection of your own heart? The good and devout man first orders within himself the works he is to do outwardly, and they do not drag him into the desires of a vicious inclination, but he submits them to the judgment of right reason, who wages a greater combat than he who strives to conquer himself. And this must be our labor, to conquer ourselves, and each day to grow stronger than yesterday, and to advance in some virtue. All perfection in this life carries with it some imperfection, and all our knowing is not free from some obscurity. The humble knowledge of yourself is a surer way to God than the deep investigation of science. Knowledge is not to be blamed, nor any simple knowledge of things, which in itself is good and ordained by God. But a good conscience and a virtuous life are always to be preferred to it. Because many prefer to know rather than to live well, they often err and gather almost no fruit or none at all. Oh, if they put as much care into uprooting vices and planting virtues as they put into raising questions, there would not be so many evils and scandals among the people, nor so much laxity in the monasteries. Surely, when the day of judgment comes, we shall not be asked what we have read, but what we have done, nor whether we spoke well, but whether we live religiously. Tell me, where are now all those masters and teachers whom you knew well, while they lived and flourished in their learning? Others now hold their offices, and I do not know whether they are even remembered. In life they seem to be something, and now they are passed over in silence. Oh, how quickly the glory of the world passes away. Would that their life had matched their learning, then they would have studied and read with profit. How many perish in the world through vain learning, who care little to serve God? And because they choose to be great rather than humble, they vanish in their own thoughts. Truly great is he who has great charity. Truly great is he who is small in his own eyes, and counts as nothing the summit of honors. Truly prudent is he who counts all earthly things as dung, that he may gain Christ. And truly well taught is he who does the will of God and renounces his own will. 3 keys to keep from this chapter. First, blessed is the one whom truth itself teaches from within, not by figures and passing words. Kempis asks that the teachers fall silent and that God alone speak. The more simple and united within, the higher one understands, because the light comes from on high. Second key, the most uncomfortable. On the day of judgment, we will not be asked what we read, but what we did. Not whether we spoke well, but whether we lived well. Many prefer to know rather than to live, and so they err. Third key, the most humble. The knowledge of yourself is a surer way to God than the investigation of science. Knowledge is not to be blamed, but a good conscience is to be preferred to it. Truly great is he who has great charity and is small in his own eyes. Now, a moment of silence. Close your eyes. Let only one phrase echo in your heart. Now take your notebook. Let us turn the reading into life in 3 steps. Perceive. Look at your day and notice where you trade living well for merely knowing or for arguing. It may be a useless curiosity, a debate to be proven right, an excess of information that never becomes life. Decide, choose one single thing that you will stop only commenting on and will begin to do. Know yourself on one concrete point and act. Write down which. Live. Small and real step today still. Instead of reading more about a virtue, practice it once. Note the decision and the action. That is what turns the reading into a way. Let us end in prayer. O truth, O my God, make me one with you in perpetual charity. Let all voices fall silent within me. Speak to me, you alone. Give me a simple heart, one that prefers to lie well rather than merely to know, and that knows itself small before you. May I, in the end, be found not by what I read, but by what I did out of love. Amen. If this meditation did you good, subscribe to the channel and come back tomorrow. We continue together, one chapter at a time.